Are you guilty of breaking the law? Was there a time where you made a mistake or done something in your past that if you got caught, you might be arrested? Imagine that you make one mistake, one lapse in judgment, and that follows you around affecting your everyday life. This is the reality for many convicted felons in our society. My goal is to persuade my audience to agree that convicted felons should not be excluded from normal citizen rights if they are changed and are contributing to society. Convicted felons are labeled right upon release. Felons are limited in the job market. We'll look at why felons should be given a chance, and we will look at the negative impact that the limitations have on not only convicted felons but on our society. I'm sure there's an obvious question flowing through your mind, especially if you have never experienced a run-in with the law. You would not know how convicted felons are treated. The majority of felons are released and rehabilitated. During incarceration, inmates may receive substance abuse treatment. They might go to school, learn a trade, and they learn to re-enter society. But many felons will face obstacle after obstacle upon release. Zachary Hoskins said, "In the United States, numerous federal and state policies restrict ex-offenders access to employment, housing, public assistance. They lose the right to vote. They cannot gain student loans. They cannot obtain a driver's license, as well as opportunities to adopt and foster children. They cannot hold public office or serve on juries." A person that has a criminal record will have the chances of getting a call back for an interview reduced by 50% if they are a felon, according to the National Institute of Justice. This is a personal issue for me. After years of drug addiction and making mistakes, I too was arrested. And even though I have proven my work ethic and that I have changed, I too have run into many obstacles. In the last year, I went on 15 interviews, and all but one refused to hire me because of my criminal record. And of course, we are speaking about felons who did not commit physical harm or receive life sentences. We are speaking about petty theft, trafficking, drug possession, or child support. They don't get lengthy sentences, but yet are labeled as felons. These types of convictions receive rehabilitation during their sentences, and they intend to be contributing members to society. Prisons are not like they were 20 years ago. Today they offer rehabilitation, substance abuse treatment, your chance to get a GED, go to college, service dog training, or learning to do a trade. They offer programs for success, temporary employment, housing, and basic life necessities. And although they are rehabilitated and they have high hopes for the future, many will face disappointment and discouragement. A convicted felon may have a great education, a hard work ethic, but the one mistake can keep them from pursuing their dreams. A felon loses their right to vote, and part of the population that is a felon won't be able to help decide who is elected. Many can't find employment and will return to a life of crime, and they will be reincarcerated, which costs the taxpayers a lot of money to house the inmate. If a felon proves that they are changed, should they lose the stigma of being a criminal? A label is placed upon a convicted felon, no matter how much they have changed. This often prevents them from gaining certain rights, gaining employment, and it negatively impacts not only the individual but our society. And with the information that I have presented, one could agree that if a felon has changed, they should be given the same opportunities and rights as normal citizens. We all make mistakes, but should we have to pay for one mistake the rest of our life? Should a felon be stripped of all rights and opportunities if they have changed? And if I have swayed your view, what can you do to help a rehabilitated felon gain unlimited opportunities in life?